What's going on, party people? My name is Solomon. I am an artist, and thus I go by Solomon the Artiste. I don't know what to say. I've been missing for a while. I definitely had no intention of doing the whole, fast thing and then just stop posting after I finished fasting. I just got caught up in life. I just suddenly found myself working a lot more, and every opportunity I get to work, I take it because, I got bills to pay and I got things to do as an artist. So I just kind of got caught up with that. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys like an even further update in respect to life after the fasting. I'm actually gonna fast again. My plan, however, this time is not to do such a long fast yet. I'm gonna do, I think, about a 5-day fast, just to sort of cleanse my body, so to speak. And then what I want to do after the 5 days is to move forward into a juice fast, primarily a green juice fast. The celeries, the cucumbers, the kale, the green essentials, basically. I felt so incredibly amazing after doing the water fast. I felt like I had so many healing experiences physically, and I want to take those healing properties even further with the green juices and whatnot. Like, I've been really doing my research. I learned that a lot of that, if you kept up with the videos during the 21-day fast, I spoke a lot about the slime mucusy substance that would come out of me when I sat on the toilet. And I learned that definitely was the mucus, and that's why I feel so great. That mucus substance is what holds on to the disease and whatnot. Let me be real, I didn't plan on doing this video. I'm literally doing the video because I'm bored. This is like one of those rare weekend nights where I actually want to go out. I'm usually a homebody, and I'm always just focused on my art and on these auditions and stuff like that. I really don't live life, which is terrible, but it's the truth. But for some odd reason, tonight is the night where I actually I'm gonna be a little obnoxious. I'm gonna be eating while I do this video, because like I said, I didn't plan on doing it, and I don't want my food to get cold. It ain't really food, it's a cup of noodles. Don't judge me. I'm living that kind of life right now. It is what it is. In any case, well, since I mentioned it, I forgot what I was saying. But dang, I forgot what I was saying. Did I turn on the mic? I only have my glasses on, so I'm not even sure. I don't feel like getting up to look for them. In any case, I can imagine y'all probably sitting here laughing at me right now. I can already tell this video gonna look crazy. In any case, crap, what was I saying? I want to stop to go back and look. It don't even matter. Point is, I think I kind of remember. This is one of the rare weekends where I actually want to go outside and do something. Go to I'm not really a club person, but go to a lounge or something. I don't really drink that much, but I could drink a beer. And it seemed like everybody's just in for the night. Most of my friends, though, I've pretty much hit 30 now, so most of my friends, they're married, they have their kids and whatnot, and so it's understandable. But I'm actually bored tonight, but I'm gonna make it work. I'm a little disappointed. I was all amped and ready to record some music with my friend, and my label mates and I, we were able to update our Pro Tools account, and unfortunately, apparently Pro Tools is not yet adaptable to what's the new system on Apple, Mahova or whatever it is, or what the crap is it? I'm looking at it. It's Mojave. And so because of that, I can't record anything, which is disappointing because I was amped. Like I was gonna go in, you know, I was gonna do like a bunch of covers, and I mean, I can still do covers. I can just sing live over an instrumental or something because I'm not an instrumentalist yet. But I really wanted to like be colorful and just, you know, like really show y'all what I'm made of vocally, not just in what I can do vocally, but you know, the harmonies that I hear, the melodies that I hear, and all that stuff. Plus, I've got some new music that I've been working on, excuse me, with a friend of mine in Long Island who produces some dope beats and whatnot that I really wanted to record. This week just was not the week though. I had stuff to do, he has stuff to do. I think he's gonna be busy next week as well, where I'm actually gonna be free. I'm gonna try to make it work though. Free for most of the week, I should say. But I wanted to like record some like a demo version basically of the melodies and stuff that I had in my head. I realized, I apologize in advance. This is gonna be a video where I just kind of go off in different tangents. I just want to talk to y'all. I just want to converse. I realized something. The recording process is truly personal to me. And I never quite knew how to put that into words. And anyone who knows me, there are certain artists that I love tremendously. One of them being Mariah Carey. I've loved her since I was a little kid. Been obsessed with her, you know, since I was in 4th grade, I think, when I first heard Fantasy, and I was just like, yo, this is the jam, you know. Yeah, so either way, I had heard her recently actually talk in an interview, say that she has one engineer that she works with, that she's worked with for years, whenever she wants to just sit in the studio and practice or just sort of envision and experience and experiment with her her harmonies and melodies and whatnot vocally. And I was so happy to hear her say that, because it was the first time where I was like, okay, I'm not crazy. I ain't doing the most. Like, I prefer to exercise this I was gonna say this genius patting myself on the back by saying that, but I like engineering my own vocals. I know what I like. I know it's not even about knowing what I like. I don't mind if someone else, you know, edits vocals for me and whatnot, but I never find myself able to be completely comfortable in the process of recording with someone else. You know, I need the opportunity to really try things over and over again, you know, and hear melodies in my head and in my ear and decide, all right, let me scratch that and start over and, you know, try it this way and things like that. I need the opportunity to do that. And I'm not saying that I can't do that with my friend who I'm working with now. I'm sure he would allow me the opportunity to do that, but I, for whatever reason, can't really get myself to that place of comfort where I could just be like, yeah, I know I'm at your studio right now, and you know, we're working on your time, but you know, I just can't I don't know how to let myself be comfortable enough to just do that, even though I know he'd offer me the opportunity to do that, because we want this music to be dope, you know. And then it just kind of makes me think of other folk like Whitney Houston, who was known to be a singer who hated the studio, which makes sense. You know, in her mind, she was the type that was like, I'm a vocalist. I want to entertain, you know, I want to be in front of a crowd. I want to deliver, you know. And I'm sure Whitney wasn't the type that was like, you know, I want them to praise me, you know. I assume she was I loved Whitney too. But I just imagine that she was the type that was just like, the point of singing is to be in front of a crowd and deliver and entertain. And let's be real, she's one of very few vocalists who was ever able to be on a stage and have no dancers and not even be singing, you know, dance music that makes you move, and really just entertained you and, you know, just enlightened you basically with her vocal acrobatics. But what I was saying about her is that she was known for going in, because of that I know where I was going. So because of all of that, she was known for being one to go into the studio and record a song in 3 takes, and that was it. She was like, I'm done. You have choices, you know, and that's how she was. That makes me think of Keke Wyatt as well. She's another one, even though she's not as respected in the industry as I think she should be. Keke Wyatt, she's another one who goes into the studio and records in 1 take everything. And that's actually how she got her first album done. Like when she was signed, I'm pretty sure I was in high school when she was first signed. Because remember, Keke Wyatt was in jail for a bit because she had, you know, stabbed her husband at the time. But yeah, point is, her first album, her first album, clearly it's late at night right now, it's almost midnight. But she recorded her first album with a major studio in 14 days. I'm pretty sure that album had about 14 songs on it. And it was literally a process where they brought the song to her, she learned it today, and she recorded it tomorrow, if not, you know, this evening, you know. I'm not quite sure how that connects with the idea of wanting to experiment and allowing yourself to be vocally creative in the studio. But I already warned y'all I'm going off in different tangents. So I'll be honest, I actually went through a little bit of a depression after the fast. I don't think it had anything to do with the fast per se. I think because I do a lot of research, I really like knowing what's happening with me and around me and all that. I think what happened was, it might have been some kind of a sort of chemical imbalance or whatnot within me after I finished the fast. I have like the worst posture. I just realized I've been sitting like this the whole time. Yeah, I don't know for sure that it was the food or whatever, because like I said, I finished the fast and I was, for a few days, about 3 to 4 to 5 days, I stayed on watermelon and cantaloupe, and I ate a lot of greens, a lot of kale, a lot of celery, a lot of cilantro. I love cilantro. A lot of cucumbers, and I continued to drink the water. I wasn't drinking it as excessively as I, you know, was during the fast, because for the fast, obviously, I was cleansing my body and also cheating, you know, drinking enough water. It wasn't, it's not cheating, but I was drinking enough water to fill my stomach so that I didn't feel hungry, which only worked for a minute, because, you know, when there's nothing in the system, the body just is very quick and easy to detox and cleanse and release the waste in the urine, you know. So, oh no. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna save that for the future. But I will say there's something that I know I should have done at least 1 year to 2 years ago. More actually. But I wasn't mentally and I just wasn't mentally prepared. Even though, regardless of me being prepared, I knew I wasn't ready to do what it is that I know I need to do for myself as a person and as an artist. But I'm ready now. But I'm just seeing all these signs that make it clear that, you know, it's time, you know, to do this thing that I need to do. And I am 100% certain that my life is gonna change. Well, yeah, my life is gonna change tremendously and drastically when I do this thing. I make it sound like it's something insane. Basically, you know, move out of New York. I'm a native, like born and bred, corn-fed, well, Aki and Saltfish-fed New Yorker. And I cannot imagine myself living elsewhere. Like, New York is just it, you know? It's New York. But I also see that in order for me to be a success, the type of successful artist that I want and deserve to be, I kind of have to leave New York, you know? I'm too comfortable here. I've got too many safety nets, and I need to leave and go elsewhere so that I can really fend for myself, you know, and really work, you know, work for what I need. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I definitely tried to cheat the system. That's the real reason, which is so bad, as to why I've been auditioning. Excuse me. As to why I've been auditioning for grad schools. And my plan was get accepted to a school that is elsewhere, and that way I can kill two birds with one stone, you know? Get this schooling, this experience of growing as an actor and also moving elsewhere. Additionally, I feel like I kind of got cheated, you know, because I'll be real, I don't necessarily want to go to grad school, but even though I went to college, I didn't have the, you know, the college experience. I went into college at 17. But I was a very shy guy. So shy. Didn't really speak to anybody. And I would just go to class. Like, literally, I would go to, if I had a class, there were semesters where like say on a Monday, I only had 1 or 2 classes, and maybe they were just an hour. Like, I remember my first or second semester, I had this math class that was literally at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it was just a 15-minute class, 9 to 9:50. And that's all I had for the day. Other people, they would have maybe had a job or something, or I don't know, they would have been like, okay, let me go to class and let me just enjoy my day. It's a Friday, you know? Not I, said the cat. I woke up, I went to school, to class, excuse me, did my 50 minutes, and then I went right back to my house. And that was my life, you know? I was a very unpopular kid in grade school throughout all my years, you know, elementary, junior, and high school. And I just did not expect college to be any different. And rather than to stay in a place, you know, feeling forced to stay in a place because, you know, you're supposed to be in this school while you're learning. In college, I was an adult. If I didn't want to stay in the building, I have to stay in the building. You know? But what I'm trying to say though is that because I was so to myself, I didn't really have a college experience, you know? As a matter of fact, any experience that I had that was college-esque, I didn't have until after I graduated. Most of my friends, most of the people that I connected with who were also artists who were also artists, whether it be an actor, a singer, a poet, a dancer, you know, I met them after I graduated because I still continued to act in a couple of shows here and there at the college I attended after I graduated, because I kept getting called and invited back for certain parts, you know. It wasn't until like I really thought about it and had a conversation with one particular director who's still there. It wasn't until, you know, having that conversation with him that I realized he kept calling me back to do these shows with him because he saw a certain potential in me, and he somehow realized that I wasn't bold or brave enough to actually pursue acting in the manner that he felt I should. Plus my focus was always music. Everybody knew that, but his name is Tom. He has a very unique way of pulling the best out of you. Let's just put it like that. He will piss you off in the worst way, and at the end of your, you know, productions, at the end of your class, whatever it is you have with him, you will just love on him because he just somehow brought the best you to the stage as an actor, you know. But yeah, and I literally didn't meet him until my last semester, you know. So actually I think he started working at the college during my last semester. That's when he came in, I think. Either way, I say all of that to say that part of the reason I wanted to go to grad school is because I wanted to go to a school and actually study something that I wanted to study. My degree is in English literature, which is something that I love, and something that I'm great at, but I'm not necessarily passionate about it. I love to read, you know, and I love to write. But I don't necessarily, I mean, there are not many opportunities for me to use my degree in a manner that I would like to, you know. Yeah. And even if I want to teach, I'd still have to go back to school and get certain certificates and whatnot, unless I teach at a trade school or something. But well, I'll be real. I was like trying to decide early if I wanted to mention something, but the whole purpose of this channel, I always say, is for me to be honest, to speak up, and just be real. So I've auditioned for 2 of the grad schools. I only applied to 3. I auditioned for 2 thus far, and I officially know that neither of those 2 accepted me. But I remember, I won't go into great detail. I'll save the detail for, you know, the future. But I do remember for one of the schools, I got there and I hadn't auditioned yet, but I was just sitting there and thinking, do I really want to do this? And I kind of felt like, well, I already knew that I was doing this really because I see, like, I have other